must celebrate ourselves and our victories. However, there are certain things that can actually act as saboteurs and destructors towards these victories we're celebrating. I'm Hawk from Helpful Hawk Healing, where we're freeing human hearts. Check in the description below for a link to the rules of the mind that will help you to learn more about how to integrate what we're learning here together. Ken Honda teaches us about happy money, and he teaches us the concept of celebrating our victory before we've even had it. Neville Goddard teaches us to assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. We must celebrate ourselves. Once you're no longer a child, people aren't going to celebrate you. Or if they do, there's going to be a limitation to it. How we celebrate is important as what we're celebrating. The society around us and the culture around us would have us believe that rich foods and creamy, delicious desserts and copious amounts of alcohol are celebration. But if you don't remember the celebration, you're definitely not going to remember why you're celebrating. The why is as important as the what. So, how you celebrate. Now, I'm not saying don't have rich foods. I'm not saying don't have rich desserts. I'm not saying don't have a little alcohol. What I'm saying is, if you make it a blowout, you're going to be too hungover to accomplish the goal. And you're going to be too hungover to enjoy the victory, even if you accomplish it. So, have a celebration. Enjoy yourself. See yourself accomplishing the goal. See yourself having the victory. And then celebrate bigger once you've done it. By keeping the end goal as our set point, as our feeling set point, the mind must move us into that state. The mind must move us into that goal. There's no way around it. If you ask your mind a question and you don't keep pestering it, eventually you're going to find the answer. And that's the same way with celebrating our victories. Well, first we celebrate a little bit, and then we celebrate big once we've done it. But we realize what elements and what intentions are going into this celebration so that we're not using it to sabotage ourselves, so that we're not using it to destroy what we just built. If I want to build a giant house and I want to shoot fireworks off in it in a drunken state, and then I burn the house down, well, that kind of, destroyed everything I had worked for. And that can happen with any goal. So, celebrate small. Celebrate. Yes, be joyful and celebrate, dance and sing. And then, once you've gotten through there, celebrate again with more dancing and more singing. But not to the point of destructiveness. I used to say I'll celebrate when I have something to celebrate. But because of my analysis paralysis, because of constant perfectionism, I never had anything to celebrate, because when I got that goal, I was on to the next goal. Because this one wasn't good enough, so why celebrate it? I had to go on to the next one. Now that I've learned, when I accomplish a goal, I take a step back and I rest for a day or two. And I say, I'm just celebrating this. I'm just enjoying this moment. Not what's the next goal, but I'm just enjoying this moment. Now, I may have plans for my next set of goals. I may have plans for my next set of achievements and accomplishments, but I'm going to take a step back. And I'm not going to worry about those. I'm going to concern myself with having a good soup, having some dessert, watching a movie, chilling out, relaxing, going out to eat with my sons. Something that gets me away from my normal everyday routine, that is a celebratory situation, and gets me to a state of I'm not around anything that requires my attention other than love. I'm celebrating me. I'm celebrating the moment. I'm enjoying it. I recently did this, and wow, it was such a nice afternoon. Celebration can be something as simple as a good haircut, a long hot bath, an impromptu date night, or like I said, having lunch with my sons and walking around the mall for a while. It doesn't have to be something huge and giant, blown out. It definitely doesn't have to include alcohol. I used to hang out with a guy, and right before he would get off of whatever legal situation he was in, he'd get wasted. Man, I'm just celebrating it. Then he'd go into court the next day and wonder why the judge would say no. Well, dude, maybe you celebrated a little too much. You want to celebrate getting off of it? How about you get a good night's sleep and show up to court looking your best? You know, when we celebrate things, we have to celebrate them in a controlled manner. And we also have to look at what we're celebrating, how we're celebrating it, and why. The why is the most important thing you can ever ask yourself, ever. As long as we're grateful and celebrate it with gratitude, make a list of all the reasons you're grateful for accomplishing the goal. Make a list of all the reasons you're celebrating. And make sure that every single one of them has something to do with gratitude. That is the most incredible power. Between forgiveness and gratitude, you can't help but find enlightenment. Thank you for subscribing so that we can continue learning together. I appreciate your time here. I love to give you mine, and I appreciate you paying attention. And I appreciate you learning, and I appreciate you freeing your heart. You cannot imagine that when I say thank you for healing, I mean thank you for healing. Thank you for healing. Thank you for taking the time to go deep within, to celebrate you healing, to celebrate you forgiving, to celebrate you being grateful. Intentional gratitude for the feeling of the wish fulfilled is the basis of all celebration. If you aren't going to be grateful to yourself and to those who helped you get to where you wanted to go, you're not going to get there. You're just not. So be grateful for the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Happy money, be grateful for it. Thank you, happy money. I don't care if you're spending a penny, you're spending $1,000, or you're getting a penny, or you're getting $1,000. Be able to receive it, be able to give it, just as easy. It's a cycle, and celebrate it. I don't care if it's one candle on one cupcake, and you're the only one there, and you're toasting with a cup of water, and it's warm. Celebrate. Dance to the music. This celebration goes for our healing journey, goes for business ventures, goes for romance, goes for friendships, goes for accomplishing any goal, whether it be fitness or whatever. Celebrate them all. No matter how small or how large, celebrate them all. Thank you for sharing with others who wish to free their hearts. So many people are working to do so, and they don't have the foundational tools. And if anything I do or say can help someone else, even only one person, please share it with others. If you've been touched at all, the abuse recovery method, share it with everybody. It's simple. All you have to do is lay back on your own couch and listen. Free your heart. Free your heart. Free your heart today. And then others will see you and say, how did that happen? And you can say, well, I freed my heart. And here's how. The special tip I mentioned at the beginning is to spend at least 5 minutes a day with a list of what you're grateful for and why you're grateful for it. Vishnakayani's 6-phase meditation. The second phase is gratitude. And you list 3 things in your life that you're grateful for. And I don't care if it's your socks, your underwear, and a clean t-shirt. That's where I started. I was drunk, still, And I said, what have I got to be grateful for? I'm waking up drunk. I feel like crap. Well, I got clean underwear. I got clean socks. I got a clean shirt. Thank you for my socks and underwear and shirt. And that was the first small step. Gratitude. Now I'm grateful, happy, joyful, and thankful, worthy, deserving, knowing, free, and unshakable. Thank you for taking this journey with me. Thank you for your comments. And remember, if you have a question, ask me. If I don't know the answer, we'll find it out together. And remember this, always and forever. I love you. Namaskar.